All right, today we are talking about Granville, one of the most popular neighborhoods in all of Prescott Valley. If you've ever checked out Prescott Valley, I know you've heard of Granville because it's actually the largest master plan community in all of Prescott Valley. We're going to talk about the pros, we're going to talk about the cons, why some people love it, why some people hate it. Let's get into it. So let's talk about what is Granville. Okay, besides a subdivision, besides a neighborhood, the reason why Granville was designed is to take a mix of life, put it into one neighborhood so that it feels cohesive and actually like a community style living. So we've got a big mix of retirees, families, people who are active, people who are not so active. There's also rentals in the neighborhood. There's townhouses in the neighborhood, apart from the traditional single family homes. But Granville, again, think community style living. So not only do you have great, beautiful homes in a prime location, but you also have the amenities. So you have the clubhouse, the walking trails, great sidewalks. It's a family-friendly neighborhood. Let's talk about why people love Granville, the amenities. This is probably the biggest selling point. Granville has multiple clubhouses, pools, fitness centers, parks, sports courts, walking trails, and even dog parks. For people who are moving from Phoenix or from California who still want a neighborhood feel, with activities and community events, this one checks all of the boxes. The HOA here is actually relatively affordable. I'm not going to give prices right now because it's going to fluctuate over time, but check out their website and look at what the HOA fees actually are and versus what you actually get with those fees. It is very, very reasonable in my personal opinion. Another reason why people love Granville is because most of the time you're getting a newer home. Not to say there aren't older homes that sell in Granville because they started developing the neighborhood about 20 years ago. But you can still get, because they're actively building in Granville, a nice, beautiful home that's turnkey ready, single level, sometimes with views. And again, the location and the amenities really make the neighborhood. Let's talk a little bit about the location. I know I keep mentioning it, but the convenience of the location is fantastic because you are prime on the intersection of 89 and Glassford Hill Road. And within that, you can be anywhere within realistically 20 minutes, okay? Let's say you're moving to the Prescott area and you want to enjoy the downtown Prescott lifestyle or Prescott trails, hike to Thumb Butte, hike to Granite Mountain, it's not going to take you that long from Granville to actually enjoy and explore Prescott and the surrounding areas. Plus, you won't have the high price tag in a neighborhood like Granville. It's much more reasonable when you compare average price point there versus average price point in Prescott proper. So location, also the shopping is right down the street. I mean, you take Glassford Hill, you're to Walmart, you're to Fry's, whatever you need, restaurants. Most of the big commercial shopping is actually not even in Prescott proper, but it's out in Prescott Valley. So if you want something like Dick's Sporting Goods, it's in Prescott Valley. I think this is, again, a big reason why people love Granville is you're so close to everything, it's affordable, it provides you with all the amenities that you need. I know I've touched on this, but I can't emphasize how important it is for some of our buyers to have a community feel when they move to town. Most of our buyers are relocating from somewhere else, whether it's Phoenix, California, the West Coast, wherever, it doesn't matter. They want to land in a spot where they don't feel isolated. And this is the perfect thing for people moving to Granville. Granville is almost a plug and play where you are going to move to a neighborhood where there's so many people that are active, out and about with different clubs, different activities going on all the time, where you're going to plug right in and feel right at home. If you want to make sure that you're moving to the right place, but also feeling connected, Granville might be the perfect spot for you. Okay, now let's get real for a minute because we also need to talk about the downsides of Granville and why some people, when they move to Granville, they turn around and move right away, or they just don't move there from the very get-go. So let's talk a little bit about why people do not like Granville. Number one, the homes are close together. You can't avoid it. Again, when you're getting a price point, and to give rough ballpark numbers, you can probably get anywhere from $350,000 up to 700,000. Okay, have homes priced appropriately. You're going to have some drawbacks. Not everyone's going to get everything on their wish list. So some people say the homes are close together. It does give you that cookie cutter type feel. So if that's what you're trying to avoid, or if you don't like people, Granville might not be the spot for you. Number 2, I hear this all the time. People moving from other places usually are moving to the Prescott area to not have as much control or oversight from third parties. They want to be able to do with their property what they want. Granville does have an HOA. Some people see that as a pro, others see it as a big con. I will say Granville's HOA, because it is such a big, popular master plan community. I mean, it's the largest master plan community in all of Prescott Valley. So you're going to have control, you're gonna have oversight from an HOA. If that's gonna bother you, getting a fine for leaving your trash cans out too long, again, it just might not be the spot for you. Number 3, traffic and growth. Again, you are right on Glassford Hill Road. Most of the time, only the first block in is going to be affected and hear that road noise from Glassford Hill Road, but it just depends on the way the wind is blowing that day. You might be able to hear it even 4 blocks in. So be aware that there is going to be road noise from Glassford Hill as well as Highway 89. There's no way to avoid that, but again, look at the price point and look at the amenities that you get, and you just have to weigh the pros and cons for yourself. As a top producing real estate agent, who do I think is the perfect ideal buyer for something like Granville, a neighborhood like Granville? Honestly, it's my retiree folks that are coming looking for turnkey ready homes, single level living, manageable square footage, manageable yard size. Okay, we hit all the boxes, as well as, gosh, it's affordable when you compare it to everything else in the surrounding areas. So retirees, also families, the parks, the trails, the amenities. I mean, if you're starting a family or have a family, I think Granville is just a perfect spot. Again, not to keep hitting on price point, but come on, it's really affordable. Buyers relocating from other big cities, if you are used to kind of that, I hate to say it, but cookie cutter feel, Granville's a great spot for you. Again, if you are looking for space and acreage, Granville is not the option. But I think if you are coming from a city and you're used to that, Granville's a great choice. Anybody looking for a new home, also, this is just spot on. Again, you can find older homes that have been remodeled. You can find older homes that haven't been remodeled. There's some great opportunities to be had in Granville if the price is right, where you can come in, get a 20-year-old home, fix it up, and you are right there with in the running with the rest of them. Also, buyers looking for community and activities, Granville, come on. Look, at the end of the day, Granville is going to offer most of our buyers the complete package. It is exactly what they're looking for. If you're looking for turnkey ready, single level living, close to town, close to shopping, with amenities and community, things to actually do, Granville is the perfect neighborhood for you. Now, there's a lot I didn't touch on this video, the ins and outs of Granville that we can get really granular on, but I don't want to make this too long. So if you are interested or have any questions about more of the ins and outs of Granville, or if you've heard anything about Granville that you want to know more about, that's what I'm here for. Reach out anytime. Thanks so much for watching.